What's up, everybody? It's C. Will. We're back here with another video, and today I'll be reacting to this video by Therese. It is a mock draft of the 2020 NBA draft coming up this Wednesday, and I was planning on making a little bit of a draft preview video for y'all, but I honestly haven't had time, and I thought I might as well react to this one while also sharing my opinions. There's been a lot of stuff in the NBA this week. We've seen Chris Paul get traded to the Suns. We saw Russell Westbrook wanting to get out of Houston. James Harden's wanting to get out of Houston. Danny Green got traded to the Thunder, and Dennis Schroeder's now in the Lakers. So a lot of interesting things going on right now in the NBA, and the NBA draft's coming up this Wednesday. Looking forward to that. As I'm reacting to this video, I'll be also sharing my thoughts about who I think these certain teams should select and everything. So
What's good, everybody? It's Therese, and the 2020 NBA draft is only a few days away, meaning that we are almost at the date of one of the most important days of the NBA schedule.
Kind of nervous
that
about
will determine
who
the
the
early
Hornets are going to
chapters of
draft.
some of the NBA's future stars. That being said, we are now so close to the day of the draft to the point where we have a great idea of what players will be landing at which spots. And that being said, let's not really waste any time and get into this final edition of my 2020 NBA mock draft. And of course, over here we go from the last pick to the very first, and we are doing the full first round, starting with pick number 30. With the 30th pick, the Boston Celtics select Iksonmusic out of Arizona. The Celtics have multiple opportunities to take a big man in this draft, because that is probably the one biggest missing link to their very young and fine core. Iksonmusic is a very agile big man who has shown promise of guarding out in the perimeter and could go on to become a steal in the draft, given his agility and solid interior scoring. With the 29th pick, the Toronto Raptors select Jamias Ramsey out of Texas
a good pick.
Tech. And Ramsey,
I think Toronto
like
definitely
Najee,
should get
could
another
go on to
forward,
become a
so
draft steal.
I like
He's
that.
a scoring machine who is capable of knocking down threes at high volume.
Honestly,
Ramsey
I thought he was going to go higher than this,
high
but
potential player and
a
has
lot of
one of
people
the
are
most
predicting him to
mysterious
go
ceilings
lower.
of the draft as well. And the Raptors, who have an uncertain backcourt of the future, could very well use Ramsey. At pick number 28, the Los Angeles Lakers select Leandro Bolmaro. The Lakers right now are in a great position to go out and get a guy who could be a bust or could also lead a team with
the Lakers, I feel like they need to get a forward, in my opinion.
The Lakers don't really have a
like a
point guard
backup
of the
forward,
future to
even though
look
they
forward
are
to,
pretty
and
loaded.
taking a very big one from Argentina could be a valuable move. At spot 27, the New York Knicks select Nico Mannion. The Knicks have two opportunities to take
Nico,
a point guard in
he's
this draft,
definitely
and
one
this
of
is
the biggest
one.
prospects.
Nico Mannion
Like, I
has
remember
gone
when he
a
was
little
on
bit
Sports
slept on,
Illustrated.
and I think that in the right situation, which could be in New York, he could do a lot for a team in terms of shot creating and decent playmaking. At spot 26.
Whoa. Ads. I didn't realize the Celtics had this many picks.
As you can tell, the Celtics in this draft are looking for a big man for the future. Alexej Pokusevski will not contribute on day one.
This looks like a high school
big men of the class, Pokusevski can be a big piece of that Celtics squad one day down the road. High potential, but also high bust potential. Really a coin toss with Poku. At pick 25, the OKC Thunder select Jaden McDaniels out of Washington. Now, McDaniels is like Pokusevski in the way that he is a
I think the Thunder need to get another point guard because Chris Paul's out and Schroeder's out.
In Washington, it was not super promising at all. But again, he is young and
he's
has
not
a
a bad
lot
player
of time
though.
to grow.
I've seen him play in a couple games,
OKC,
so
it could
it's
do
not a
both
bad
parties
pick.
well. At pick number 24, the Milwaukee Bucks take R.J. Hampton. The
Yeah,
Bucks
R.J.
are
Hampton,
in
he's
search for
definitely
a point
big
guard to pair
prospect.
up with Giannis Antetokounmpo. And though this
Now,
won't be R.J.
if y'all are wondering,
Hampton,
I will
at least
be
for his
reacting
first
to the
few
NBA
years in
draft
the league,
selection,
I would
so
not be
whenever
too
that is, I
surprised
think
if
it's
Hampton
Wednesday.
develops into a star out of nowhere out there
I
in
should probably
Milwaukee
think before I
and
speak,
becomes
but
their
yeah,
starting point
it's
guard.
Wednesday,
At
so
pick
I'll be
number 23,
reacting
the
to
Utah
the
Jazz
draft
select
in a video
Josh
probably.
Green from Arizona. Josh Green might not have the
A lot of
greatest
Arizona
ceiling of
players
the
I never
entire
heard
draft, but he should come in and knock down open threes and play good defense, and possibly
Josh
develop
Green
into a player who
Irish
can
Spring
shot create,
Green
meanwhile
from
giving
three,
you
you know what I'm
almost
saying?
everything else you need at a pretty modest level. And the Jazz, who are in playoff contention, could use another guy right now to fit their competitive roster. And at spot number 22,
Yep, I've
the
heard of
Denver Nuggets
Desmond Bane.
select
That's
Desmond Bane
he's a
out
pretty
of
good player.
TCU. The Nuggets have a lot of awesome young pieces at almost every
I think
spot.
the Nuggets
And
probably
Gary
need
Harris
another
was
forward in
supposed to
my
be their two
opinion.
guard of the future,
And I think
but that doesn't really seem to be working out
I'm
too
pretty
well.
sure he's a
And
forward,
Desmond
but
Bane
he
is a
has. I
very
don't think he
efficient
said if he is
scorer
or
who
not.
should come into the league and be able
If
to
he
give
did,
you
then I'm
about 12
deaf.
points per game. And he's another one of my sleeper picks in the upcoming draft. And I would not be surprised at all if he becomes the Nuggets starting shooting guard. At pick number 21, the 76ers select Tyrell Terry. So the 76ers lucked out and got their point
I've
guard.
heard of him, I
hopefully
just
who can
haven't
start
seen
from
any
day
much
one,
like
who is
highlights
capable of
whatever
shooting
from
the
him.
rock and adding spacing to a team that absolutely needs it as soon as possible. This pick is almost perfect for the 76ers, and it fits both Terry and the Sixers well. At pick number
I think
20,
that
the
if
Miami Heat
Embiid's
select
out of
Kyrie Lewis
Philly,
Jr.
then they would
In a
need
way,
to
I think that
go with the
Lewis
center.
Jr.
But I think
really
Embiid's
fits a
going to stay
Miami
with
Heat culture.
Sixers
He's
maybe
a
one more
modest
season.
young point guard who plays with energy and works hard. He doesn't appear to have an amazing ceiling in the league, but he's one
Alabama's
of those young
basketball
point
hasn't really
guards
been
who
good
you could see
the last
leading a
couple
very
years.
good roster one day. And the Heat definitely need a point guard of the
I
future
mean,
to
the
look forward
Heat,
to, and Kyrie
they're pretty
Lewis
loaded.
just
I
might
don't
be
know if
their
they need
guy.
another point
At
guard,
pick
but
19, the Brooklyn Nets select Teo Maledon. I thought that this pick was almost perfect
never
for
heard
the
of
Brooklyn
him.
Nets.
I
They
like
won't
his
find
name,
anything
Teo.
at this point that
That's
will
an
really
interesting
help
name.
them contend for a championship as they are right now. But Maledon is a great young leader who can even fit next to
I
Kyrie
think the Nets
out in the
maybe should go for a
backcourt.
big man
At
too, to
pick
be
18,
honest, like
the
as a
Dallas
backup to
Mavericks
Jared
select
Allen.
Tyrese Maxey.
I
And
mean,
this
Jordan's
draft
there
is
too,
filled with a
if
lot
I'm
of point
correct,
guards,
but if he's
and
not,
naturally
I
one
think
of them
Jordan
has
may
to
be on
break out and
Mavericks, so I
become
may
a
be
star.
wrong.
I wouldn't doubt it at all if that guy was Tyrese Maxey, a high potential guard who, given the right situation, could break out. And next to
I don't know
Luka,
if y'all
a more
noticed, I know this
ball-dominant
came
guard,
to my head,
his
but a
fit
lot of
is
guards
super
nowadays
nice.
in the
At
NBA are
spot
like
17,
6'4",
the
6'5".
Minnesota Timberwolves select Jalen Smith.
I've heard
the
of him.
Timberwolves front court is very poor on the defensive end
Yep,
of the ball.
that is a
Jalen
good
Smith
pick if
is
they
a
do
Miles
select him,
Turner
because
type
they
of
need some
player,
defense.
and although he isn't the best guarding out on the perimeter, which is something that the Wolves need
He looks
more
like
with
Chris
Cat out
Boucher, in
there,
my opinion.
the big front court of that duo is very mobile and has some sort of defensive upside with this addition. At pick 16, the Portland Trailblazers select
It's not a bad
Precious
pick.
Achiuwa. Achiuwa is one of the most high upside players in the draft, and I would
I
love to
agree.
see him develop in Portland. And he's going to take a while to develop, and he's certainly not going to be great starting day one, but 5 years down the road, the Blazers might have found their star. At pick 15, the Orlando Magic select Patrick Williams. Williams is another very high potential player like Achiuwa, who is seen going much higher than Precious. He has a very prepared NBA body with a
Ooh,
good
that's a nice
motor
dunk.
and can run up and down the court alongside the young core over
I heard
in
there's a lot of
Orlando.
players from
At
Florida
pick
State
14,
that are
the
going
Boston
to
Celtics
project to go
select
high.
Vernon Carey Jr.
Jeez,
As you can
Boston
see,
has
the
a lot of
Celtics
picks in
are
the first
taking
round.
a lot of big men in the draft, with the hope that one of them will turn
Yeah, I
out
mean,
right.
as I mentioned
Vernon
earlier, I
Carey
feel like
out of
Boston
Duke
should go for
had a
big man,
very
and if
promising
they get him,
season,
then that
and
would
really don't be
make
surprised
complete
at all
sense. That'd
if he
be a
becomes
good
the
pick.
best big. 13, the New Orleans Pelicans
Sadiq
select
Bey.
Sadiq Bey. I couldn't really find a better fit for the Pelicans. Sadiq
I didn't
Bey is an
realize he
amazing
was
shooter,
eligible,
possibly
or
one of
I
the
meant
top
like
three
I didn't
shooting
realize he
wings
was
in the entire
going to go
draft
to the
this
draft
year,
this
and he
season.
plays good perimeter defense. And this sounds like an amazing guy to throw right next to Zion Williamson, a guy who
Yeah,
can stretch the floor and even cover some of
I
Zion's
wouldn't
potential
draft
defensive
him, in my
woes.
opinion,
At
but
pick number 12, the Sacramento Kings select Isaac Okoro. The Kings
Yep.
are an amazing offensive team. They
yeah, I
are
don't
fun
know.
to
I
watch. They're
actually saw
exciting. They
South
get out on the floor and shoot
Carolina and Auburn
threes and
play
run in
like 2 years
transition,
ago, and I
and a
think
guy
it's
who can also
Okoro
run in the
play.
open court and finish at the rim while also providing as a
And in that
defensive
game,
anchor
Auburn was
to a
like number
team that
9, and South
desperately
Carolina
needs
upset them.
defense. I really couldn't find a better spot for Okoro. At pick number 11, the San Antonio
that's
Spurs
interesting.
select Aaron Nesmith. Nesmith is one of my favorite players in the entire draft. He's not just a spot-up three-point shooter that many people think he
Well, I
is.
mean, the Spurs
fits
do need
very
to,
well
if
in
they
San
are going to
Antonio.
trade
He could
DeRozan
provide
to
wing
LA,
shooting to a
like
roster with not much
there's
of it.
been rumors
Meanwhile,
of, then
developing
yeah, that
into a
makes
star
sense.
in the league one day, which I really do think he can become.
If they don't
sleep
trade
on
DeRozan,
Aaron
then I think they
Nesmith.
should go
And
after a
now we are
forward.
officially in the top 10, and with the
Obi
10th
Toppin.
pick, the Phoenix Suns select Obi Toppin.
That's a really good
Now,
pick.
Obi Toppin can make the Phoenix
He was
Suns one of the
people were
most
projecting him to be like in the top
electrifying
5
offenses in
like
the
at the beginning
entire
of last
NBA. The Suns
season.
kind of
but
had a come
he
out
dropped a
party
little bit.
at the end of the last season. It may have foreshadowed what is to come in the next season. Obi Toppin has been slipping in a lot of people's big boards, but I think that in Phoenix, he can really break out into a star.
Wow, he jumped
At pick
pretty high.
number 9, the Washington
Wow,
Wizards
that's
select
shocking,
Onyeka
but
Okongwu.
he's going that
The
low.
Wizards need defense like
A lot of
big
people are projecting him
and
to
I
go
have a
top
very good
5.
feeling that Okongwu will fall a lot in this upcoming draft. I think that there is a possibility that many people are overrating what NBA scouts really feel towards him. Because the big
Yeah,
man depth
USC
in this
Trojans, one of my
class is,
favorite
well,
college
not
teams.
very deep, but
Oh man, my
Okongwu can be
lights.
a defensive anchor who can provide
My
interior
lights are
scoring on
flickering.
a
What the
Wizards
world?
team that
Maybe
seems
run
like
out
a
of battery.
perfect fit. At pick number 8, the New York Knicks select
Cole
Cole
Anthony,
Anthony.
that's a
This
good pick.
might
I like Cole
upset Knicks
Anthony.
fans at
He just
first,
played
but
on
we
a
all
bad
know
Tar
that they
Heel
are
team
looking
last
for a
season.
point guard, and for whatever
Unfortunately,
reason, everybody is kind
we're
of
going through
sleeping
a
on
tough
Cole
patch,
Anthony. But in New York,
according
under
to
the
most
bright
people,
lights of his
UNC may be
hometown,
really good
Cole Anthony
this
could
upcoming
develop
college
into their
season.
franchise point guard for a decade and a half, and I really mean that. At pick number 7, the Detroit
Wow,
Pistons select
that's shocking.
Tyrese Halliburton. Halliburton
I'm
will come
surprised
in
he's
and
that
be
high.
very good from day one. Whether he has multiple-time All-Star potential is a good question.
I mean, he's
don't
not
think
a
his
bad
ceiling
player. I'm
is
just
as
surprised
high
he's
as
that
other
high. I
top
feel like
picks in
he's
this
going to
draft,
go around
but he will
15.
contribute from day one in Detroit. At pick number 6, the Atlanta Hawks select Devin Vassell. Vassell is not just a 3-and-D player that many are making him out to be. He can also put the ball on the floor. He's super athletic and plays good defense, which is what the Hawks need right now more than anything. At pick number 5, the Cleveland Cavaliers
I think
select
I've heard
Denny
of him.
Avdija. This might not be the best situation for
he
Avdija,
got
because I think that
posterized.
he will take a lot of time to develop, and just kind of throwing him out there on the court with a very young and inexperienced
Another Luka,
roster
maybe,
could harm
but
his
skinnier. I don't
reputation.
know.
But at the same time, I would love to see him playing 30 minutes a game, and who knows, maybe that is what is best for his development. At pick number 4, the Chicago Bulls select Killian Hayes.
Yeah, I've
the
heard he
Bulls
was going
need
to
to
go
get
high.
rid of either Zach LaVine or Kobe White. They are both just way too similar, and more importantly, so that they could slide in Killian Hayes, who is an amazing playmaking
I feel like the
point
Bulls
guard
should go after
and really
like a
get the
forward or
Bulls'
another
offense
center.
running rather than
But,
relying on isolation scoring.
They'll go with what's available.
The Book
And
of
we got
Mormon
another ad.
provides isolation scoring. At pick number 3,
Whoa,
the
hold
Charlotte
on.
Hornets select LaMelo Ball.
What?
LaMelo might be
Now I just want to share my thoughts about who I think the Hornets should draft now. LaMelo Ball, yes, he's a very good player, and he would be really cool addition to the Hornets, but that's not what the Hornets need. The Hornets already have guards, they already have forwards, but we really need is a big man, and I've been saying this to a lot of people. And I'm in this Facebook group for Hornets fans, and a lot of people are saying that LaMelo Ball wouldn't, be an option for the Hornets because he's more likely going to go number 1. But there's a couple people in that group that said if LaMelo goes to the Hornets, that'd be really cool. But there's a lot of people that agree with me in that group that the Hornets don't need another guard. What we need is a big man. We haven't had a solid big man in years. I mean, looking at it, the last big man we possibly could have had that was really good was Dwight Howard. But he was sort of past his prime, you know what I'm saying? Like, Dwight Howard, we only had him for one season, then we let him go. And Al Jefferson, he was pretty decent center, but he wasn't like a great center or whatever. And I've been saying this to a lot of people that the Hornets really do need to get a big man. And I think they should go after Wiseman. And if they don't get Wiseman, I feel like they should get the guy from USC. I don't know how to pronounce his name, but I feel like they should get him if someone else selects Wiseman, which I think the Warriors will probably do. And if they do, I'll be kind of sad. But anyways, yeah. If the Hornets don't draft a big man on Wednesday, I'm going to be so upset. But anyway, let's resume the video.
Ball. LaMelo might be the best player of this class.
That
I don't
is
really
true.
think that he fits at either top 2 pick. And at Charlotte, we could also witness LaMelo Ball playing like 35 minutes a game and easily taking
but we already
Rookie
have
of the
Devontae
Year. I would
Graham
love
and we
to
already
see
have Malik
Charlotte
Monk and
earn
all
a
them.
franchise
Why would we
player as
get him?
well.
That doesn't
At
make
pick number
sense.
2, the Golden
Now
State
this I
Warriors
can't see
select
happen. I
James
can't
Wiseman.
see them
We can
getting
say whatever
Wiseman
we want about
because
James Wiseman.
the
He
Warriors
doesn't
need a
fit
big
in the
man
modern
too.
NBA. He isn't a good shooter or
You
a
just
pick
seen
and
this
roll
past
defender,
season, the
but let's
Warriors
not get
couldn't
it
do
twisted.
anything with
The dude is a
Draymond.
freak of
He
an
was like the
athlete
only
with
big
a
man
freak
down
of a
there,
body.
and they were
Though
getting
the
out
Warriors
rebounded
will
everything.
probably trade their second pick, Wiseman to the Warriors makes the most sense for them. And with the first pick, the Minnesota Timberwolves select Anthony
The thing
Edwards.
about this
Edwards
one
doesn't need
is
the ball in
the
his hands at all
Wolves, they
times.
already
He might
got
not
point
like having to
guards,
share the rock
and
with
they
the
already
two stars
got
over in
guards, that's what I
Minnesota
meant
as
to
well.
say.
But
And
as far as fit goes,
it's
this is
it's
about
interesting
as
to
good
see. I
as it
think they
gets.
would
But
go
anyways,
after
guys, I hope
LaMelo,
you all
but
enjoyed.
Anthony
Let me know
Edwards
if
is
you
also
would
another
change anything
possibility
from
for
the way
them.
that I had it. Have a blessed day and holla back at me in the next one.
I agree with most of what he said. Now, there was a couple of them I did find questionable, but I kind of tried to share my thoughts along with his in this video. You can find the original video down below in the description, and it's pretty much going to wrap up today's video. If you haven't yet, please hit that like and subscribe button and turn on those notifications so you'll know the next time I upload. And until next time, I'm out. Peace.